going to want to listen to this blockchain and crypto mastermind. Whether you're an investor looking for projects or insights, or a project founder looking to get connected to capital, or just see what the leaders in the market are doing, here we bring you the biggest projects and names in your industry to share their insights with you. Today, we're featuring projects that are revolutionizing the blockchain world. From creating trackable links using blockchain that can give the insights and data into redirections, similar to Bitly, but now in the blockchain world. Another project is helping you create wealth. This device is absolutely free and it generates income for you while you sleep. Another project is creating the marketplace for blockchain developers, helping them get connected to projects and actually paying them out in crypto. If you want to get connected to the Israel tech scene, you have to listen to his story. And finally, a browser that is protecting your private information and letting you get paid for sharing it with companies and businesses.
Good to see everyone. Thank you for having me first time on Crowdcreate. Thank you, Ivan and Jeffrey. Mahbod, thanks for the intro. I'm the founder and CEO of Ozone. Ozone is a platform that's building free consumer tools for everyone to own their personal internet data. We're building a system of passive and active data ownership, which is all built as an existing layer on top of the internet. So we're not reinventing the wheel. You come in as an internet user, you adopt our tools, and you can start making money right away. Big tech and big companies, their advertising customers are all making money off of us every day behind our backs. And Ozone has come in to give everyone the opportunity to take some of that money back for themselves. We have a network of products that are really easy, really simple to use, built on tools that everybody's familiar with. So we have a simple web app where you can come in and you can opt in permissions to access your Gmail inbox. You can take surveys that ask you for a personal data inventory that's important to advertisers, like your income band, your location, your favorite brands, your shopping profile. And then we have a Chrome extension, which replicates a cookie tracking system that you permission us to do on your behalf. And we'll log all of your data as you go from site to site. And then you have complete control and mastery over that inventory. So you can get in and then you have read-write access to your browsing history. And then the cool part about this is that this is what all big tech companies do. And they do this all behind our backs and we don't really know what's inside that black box. What Ozone is doing is giving you the tools to admin all of that data to advertisers yourself. So if you want to get ads from your favorite brands, they have to pay you for your time and your attention. You get to curate the content, publishers, and the advertisers that are serving you with customized offers and content. And then you in turn are offering your time and attention, and you get cash and cash equivalent rewards for being a part of that exchange with companies that are doing this every day anyway behind your back on big tech platforms. We're taking all that power back and giving it to the consumers themselves. What I'm really excited about, to move on to question two, what I'm really excited about is that we have, the purpose of the theme of this conversation is we want to offer customers alternative currencies to be able to earn. So we want to give them the freedom to be able to earn in cash if they choose fiat currency, or if they'd like to earn in cryptocurrency, we're enabling a system where they can choose from a series of cryptocurrencies and then have fungibility and be able to convert their earnings on Ozone into a cryptocurrency. This is a big part of the philosophy of Ozone, is that everyone should have control and have choice. Right now, more than ever, cryptocurrency is becoming a really widely adopted and dominant form of value storage for consumers and businesses. And we want to be able to give every internet user the opportunity to be able to trade their internet data in exchange for cryptocurrency. So I'm really excited that this is the time, this is the place, and we're really excited about what we're building. So the challenges that I see is in running Ozone is we're looking for a low transaction cost system where there's convertibility between Ozone dollars and Ozone actions into cryptocurrency without necessarily going through the entire process of our own token offering. So we're trying to plug into existing crypto platforms, sort of a off-the-shelf kind of plug and play system, and give users the opportunity to just plug in, and then everything's sort of operating behind the scenes in a really consumer-friendly way, and they're able to transact right away for cryptocurrency. So we're exploring a number of vendors and a number of platforms to be able to do that. Of course, the kind of the nuclear option would be that we would do an ICO and a token offering, and certainly that's something that would be really exciting for us to do. But right now, as we go into our next fundraise, we're looking for a shorter path to victory in that space.
That's awesome. Thanks, Lyndon. I would like you to meet Tukey, Erez. And Erez, we haven't met before, but I'm a big fan of what you're doing on the affiliate and viral side. He has a very interesting project. But after somebody speaks, we like to open it up to other panelists, ask questions, give feedback, and really anything we can do to help and support each other grow their business is what it's all about.
Thanks, Jeffrey. Thanks for having me. So I'm the co-founder, CEO of Tukey. Tukey, what's Tukey? Tukey, we created SmartLinks. SmartLinks is something that is based on Tukey protocol. It's an innovative layer 2 on top of the Ethereum blockchain. What we do with taking the link that everyone shares today, HTTP links, and we are adding to them a cryptography layer that automatically detects, track, and record all the addresses of all the people that share a specific link. So you can take any link in the world, convert it to be a Tukey smart link, and then when people sharing it from one to another, the link will have a hash that changes what we use today, UTMs and FBADs and all the trackings in the regular Web 2 world, to a unique hash that changes every time a new person is sharing it, and it contains all the addresses by the exact order of all the people. So for the first time, we can understand how links are traveling on the web, creating distribution maps. So what we do is referral maps. And with this technology, we created Tukey Network, which is a marketing platform, what we call a DMAR, decentralized marketing platform, for anyone to incentivize people to share information, and for users to, for the first time, to get part of the benefit of the value generated from links they share with one another. We have 4 products today. One is for token sale campaigns. One is for donation. Another one is for Zoom. We built it in April when COVID started. It's a crypto payment layer on top of Zoom calls. We got approval from Zoom to be the first crypto blockchain product company in the world on the Zoom marketplace. And our main product is just Zoom Smart Links, where you can convert any link to be a Smart Links and reward people on a per-click model. It's live since June, and we are expanding it these days. Eventually, our vision is to be the leaders in the space of referral and affiliation for crypto for anyone. We have our own token since June as well, and I welcome you to all try it. And next time you share a link, make it a Smart Link, as second before.
Erez, so it sounds like we have similar missions, and the link-based idea is very interesting. But is there any way? So is there any way for your users to convert the token in first of all, what's your token called, and then is there any way for them to convert it into Bitcoin? Like, what would be the process for them to change it into Bitcoin?
So actually, it's very simple. The name of the token is the name of the project Tukey. So it's just Tukey, and all the rewards that are given are pegged to US dollar. And once users want to convert them, they can do it straight from in-app. Our in-app has an in-app wallet, HD wallet that we built, but it can also be connected to MetaMask, Ledger, Trust Wallet, and other wallets. And it is also connected to a few DEXs. We built the DEX marketplace. We are connected today to Uniswap, 1inch, and Kyber, where you can convert it to more than 540 different tokens. So about 14 of them are USD pegged stable coins. We are going to support, right now we support RenBTC, but we are going to support direct RenBTC, meaning you can enter with Bitcoin and also exit with Bitcoin. And this will come in Q2 or Q3 of this year.
How would you do that last thing? Would you do it the way we're talking about with the plugin, or because if you're doing it without the plugin, it would be very expensive, right?
It's without a plugin. If you want to switch it, if you want to get with Bitcoin, you will just do it directly with RenBTC. So meaning we will give you an address of RenBTC to send your Bitcoin, and it automatically will be converted to RenBTC. Then you can operate on top of our platform, which is an Ethereum. And when you want to opt out back to Bitcoin, it will be exactly the opposite.
So it's through RedBTC?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Erez. And truly, Lyndon Mahbod he was one of the co-founders of Everpedia and also Rap Genius. I love what you guys are doing from a consumer standpoint. You two should definitely connect. And how many users to date do you have, Erez, on your platform for Tukey?
We have now almost 32,000 registered users, about 3,500 monthly active users. Till today, up to date, there were, as far as I remember, 15,000 smart link created on the platform. And these days we are rebuilding everything that in our vision, we want to be the Bitly of the crypto. In about a few months, you will be able to convert any link that you like into a smart link, into a Tukey smart link in less than 5 seconds. You'll just drop a link and you will get a smart link, and you will be able to share it with people, and they will be able to share it further on. Another very cool thing that we did 6 or 7 weeks ago, we launched the Tukey reputation program. So we are giving people reputation just for sharing links, and we are converting those reputation points to tokens on a weekly epochs. So you don't have to put really incentive in money, in Ether, at other currencies, because people will earn rewards even if the link itself doesn't have a direct reward. And I hope by the end of 2021, I will be able to say that we multiply these numbers of users by at least 10x. I'm pretty positive about it. Just to mention one more small thing is that Tukey has a layer 2 as well. So once people are landing on any Tukey link, they don't have to have an Ethereum address before. If they don't have one, we're creating one for them automatically, registered on our Plasma node, and kept on the local storage of the browser. So we want to be also leaders in bringing mass adoption into the Ethereum space for people. And we are doing it pretty successfully so far.
Thanks, Rez. That's truly game-changing. Peter Saddington, I watch you all the time on YouTube, and I know that you cover a lot of cool projects. Yeah, I would love for you to go next and share who you are and what you're working on.
Sure. Thanks for inviting me. This is my first time here. So my name is Peter Saddington. I'm the co-founder of emirateio. So you guys can check that out. We are building the global wireless IoT network of the future. And so the thing that you want to imagine, and the thing that we've created, is we can give you, here you go, we can give you a $350 miner for free. That's our business model, is that we give you a $350 miner for free, shipped directly to your door, and you can immediately begin mining Helium tokens, and in the future, staking other cryptocurrency assets. Not only that, does it mint you money for free, because we're giving it to you for free, but you'll also have a fiat off-ramp into a Visa debit card. So we have fundamentally changed the entire world. I truly believe this, because we are now creating universal basic income. Now, for most of us here, we don't care about maybe $20 to $50 a month extra. But I tell you, for 90% of the world, that matters. For 50% of the world, it's life-changing money. And so our target audience is anyone and everyone, the unsophisticated, the individuals who merely want a passive income opportunity where they can mine and they can get money for free, and they can fiat off-ramp it without knowing anything about cryptocurrency, hashing, exchanges, mining, rewards, any of that. All they know is that they receive a free hotspot miner from us called the Cool Spot, and they can get $25, $50 a month on a Visa debit card. And we're also going to be adding IoT marketplaces, as well as financial services like savings, checking, and also one of the biggest things, loans. and staking. So super excited to be here. We are a venture funded company. We started in February of last year, and we are already doing about 5 million in annual recurring revenue, with a trajectory for 2021 to do close to 20 million in annual recurring revenue. So we are growing bigly. I also just closed a $10 million venture fund where we were going to be staking in HNT Helium tokens because we believe that strongly in the tokenomics as a function of growth of the network. And so we are doing really, really well. And we would just love for everyone here to go to emirateio and get a free $350 hotspot miner. And you can start making money for free. That's what I'm excited about.
That's awesome, Peter. I want to open it up. Any miners out there? Just have feedback, comments?
It's novel actually, because I did some GPU mining on my own, and it's not easy. It is, besides setting it up, but even figuring it out. That's cool that it's kind of a plug and play scenario. So that's really, really
we
good.
really wanted to lower the barrier to entry to making money in cryptocurrency. And we know that to do cryptocurrency significantly well, you need to be relatively sophisticated, right? Trading, wallets, not making sure that you're copy pasting the wrong addresses, these types of things. And so our target market is anyone and everyone. And so we're finding that lots of people who know nothing about cryptocurrency, this is a great way to get in. All they know is that they receive a box, they plug it in, connected to their Wi-Fi and their mobile device, and suddenly they have, within a month, about 20, 30 bucks in value, in which they can now use for whatever they want.
What is your business model, Peter?
Our business model is very simple. We take 80% of the mining rewards and we give 20% to our hosts. And those mining rewards, the 80% mining rewards obviously go to shipping, handling, manufacturing, chip manufacturing, support, software development, and our very, very measly salaries since we're VC funded.
Can I interrupt for a second? Just for a second. Can you see my watch? This is the Israeli time now. We are now in the 21 minutes of the 21 hour of the 21 day of the 21 year of the 21st century. And I'm still working. So that's what I wanted to say.
That's amazing.
Interruption.
Mind blowing.
And on the 21 minute of the 21 day of the 21 century or whatever you said, we have now solved universal basic income for 50% of the world.
Peter, a quick question. What are the power requirements to run that?
Great question. It costs less than an LED light bulb to run per month, about 37 cents in America. So you're literally mining tokens for free because we're giving you all the hardware, the app support, the mobile app. All you need to do is collect the money and start buying coffee and all sorts of cool stuff with it.
Who are your investors?
That would be another question, but let's just say that we are heavily invested in the Helium project itself. We're going to be one of the biggest validators, nodes and validators of their network, as well as our $10 million venture fund that we just closed will be deeply invested in the staking and validation of Helium. So if you do your homework, you could probably figure some of those out.
No, that's kind of like my second company, Everpedia, kind of started like connected with EOS. And these days we're Ethereum compatible too. So.
I see. Yes, and I appreciate Everpedia creating a Everpedia article about me. That was fun.
It's a pleasure. Yeah. You should, if Wikipedia didn't have crypto bias, you'd have a Wikipedia. But
I actually have.
You don't want one, huh?
I have a Wikipedia too, but I think the Everpedia actually lands higher than the Wikipedia because
my Wikipedia is basically a hit piece. I'm trying to get it taken down.
Well, you guys talk about the Bitcoin Lamborghini, so that's why you guys get more press than the Wikipedia article, I think.
Yeah, well, Bitcoin Lamborghini is I'm a huge fan. That's also, in addition to what your business is, that's amazing social media presence. So.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
That's awesome. Thanks, Peter. Speaking of a fund, Natasha, you run a fund. Is that correct? Would love for you to introduce yourself.
Yeah, awesome. So we're in the fund business. We don't technically have a fund. So my name is Natasha Bansgopaul. Hi, everybody. I'm a 3-time fintech founder in the world of alternative assets, blockchain, and now digital assets with VegaX. And we built our companies really with the focus on how do we continue to put forward next generation fintech solutions that make financial services on a global scale a bit easier and more efficient. So we started about 7 years with our alternative investments platform called Dark Matter, and built that to about 7 billion in AUM with investors from over 65 countries. And that platform itself is still up and running and focuses on connecting hedge funds, private equity funds, and venture capital funds with investors in the US and Asia. So kind of focusing on making that funnel very efficient and easy. And then we kind of move forward on how do we essentially build blockchain technology to service the same set of clients that we have on Dark Matter. So really creating blockchain infrastructure to make it easier for our subscription process and our investment processes on Dark Matter to run a bit easier on the back end. And that's Constellation. And then VegaX is taking that vision a bit forward with looking at the world of digital assets and really focusing on how do we get traditional investors who are not accustomed to this world of digital assets and don't really understand it for one of many reasons. How do we give them an easy on-ramp into strategies and indexes that are familiar to them from the traditional investment world? So we're creating ETF-like strategies at VegaX backed in Bitcoin that help investors earn more returns versus passively holding Bitcoin. So with VegaX, our motto or our tagline is that we would like to be seen, and we're trying to be the BlackRock of digital assets, where we make it very easy for sophisticated investors to get involved in digital assets through our strategies and index products. So that's what we're building right now on VegaX.
That's awesome. Is there anything that the community can help you with in terms of investors? Are you looking for more, or is it?
Yeah, so we actually just, we're in the midst of closing our pre-A round. We were in a great accelerator, China accelerator, and got investments from SOSV, which backs that accelerator, along with Artesian, which has been great for us. And we're actually about to close that round, but we're already ramping up to raise another round because we've had some significant growth in 2020, which has been wonderful for us. So ways that we could use the community's help is one, kind of taking a look at our website and looking at our products, giving us feedback. You know, there may be more interesting strategies or indexes that folks may want to see. And we have an active pipeline of those products that we'll be releasing, but we always love to hear, you know, what people are interested in and what kind of cool things they may be looking for. And then additionally on Constellation Network, we right now have an invitation out for validator nodes. We're building on Cosmos right now, and we'd love to get some more validator nodes into our testnet right now so that we can kind of finalize our phase 2 and move more efficiently towards mainnet. So those are kind of two asks that we'd love to have. And it really just has to do with kind of giving us feedback and kind of ramping up, you know, more of our community to be interested in what we're doing and for future thinking products.
Thanks, Natasha. Who's your ideal LP in VegaX? Like if you had to profile them, that's
yeah. Our ideal LPs are really kind of traditional traders or Bitcoin, people that hold Bitcoin right now and aren't doing anything with it because they either don't know how or what to do with it, or they're too scared to kind of start trading and do anything and experiment in that manner. So that's our target, someone who's a bit more sophisticated with understanding the traditional market, but is looking for ways into kind of diversifying their portfolio with more digital assets. So that's kind of our target. Our target are people who really are holding the asset and not really doing anything with it and want to learn more ways to increase their returns on Bitcoin specifically right now.
I think the question was more about LPs in investment partners.
Investment partners for the raise, you mean?
Yeah.
Versus the clients. Oh, okay. So in terms of partners, we're looking for folks that understand this world of cross-section of traditional investments and digital assets. Because since our focus is building up with the industry and when it's a bit more in its infancy and getting to a bit more maturity, we'd love to have more traditional funds that are looking to figure out how they operate in the world of digital assets or even add that to their portfolio. We also have LPs that are focused on blockchain investments as well, along with LPs that are focused on digital assets. So that's kind of the core, but we're looking really for that intersection of folks that understand the traditional finance and investment world. And also it'd be great if they understood the world of digital assets, but there aren't a ton of those yet. So that's our intersection in terms of the LP.
Nice. Thanks, Natasha. You should meet Jai with Kinesis Money. That's a good segue, but Jai, would you love to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Yes. So my name is Jai Bifulco. I'm the Chief Commercial Officer at Kinesis.money. We have been around for a little while now, past our funding stages, and are right the way through our development of our product. Obviously, it's a never-ending job, a never-ending road, as you all know. But what we've developed is an ecosystem or a monetary system that brings utility to digital assets and primarily backed by precious metals, physical precious metals. So we can take a physical bar of gold and digitalize it. We bring it into our banking infrastructure and ecosystem, which we've developed. We have a global Visa card that's available in 193 countries. We have a US Visa card physical program. We have a UK physical Visa card program, an EU physical card program. So we're right the way down with creating, the bridge between precious metals, bringing precious metals investors into the digital market, and then bridging it with crypto, and then obviously providing utility through banking services. And, we got, currently moving towards 50,000 active users. We have an exchange that we've built as well. We've done over $1 billion in volume so far on the exchange. It was building an exchange was an extremely crazy task to endeavor upon while we were building tokens. We've got blockchain wallets that are centralized, decentralized exchanges, banking programs. So we took on this incredibly huge ecosystem, and we are very well down the track of that now. So, as we come up to Q2, we would have almost finished most of our product development. And so, one of the challenges, or I guess what's making me excited at the moment, is the partnerships that we're able to do. So, we've partnered with the country of Indonesia. We were classified as a project of national importance. We've rolled out with the third largest postal network in the world, PT POS. Where we'll be integrating a vault in Indonesia itself that is sovereign, that will allow the Indonesian government to bring all of their money into gold, digitalize it, then bring it out through its postal services for everyday citizens. We've been doing cross-border remittance between Indonesia and Malaysia, and now we're rolling out banking services for digital assets all the way across Europe, Central Europe, Western Europe, and it's been just an incredible journey. So that's a little bit about what we do. There's a hell of a lot more, but I know we're short on time. And I guess one of the challenges, we really haven't done any marketing at all. We're just starting to break out into the real world as far as customer facing. Yes, we have acquired over 50,000 customers, but we really want to get more and more visibility and traction within the crypto markets with people like yourselves, because we come from that precious metals background. We have digitalized, we have we have that blockchain component, but we really have not been that visible in the crypto world. So, right now I'm talking with a whole bunch of different exchanges about listing, bringing our KAU, KAG, and some of our other hard asset tokens onto their exchanges. And that's one of the challenges, for me at the moment, is really, spinning all that and getting us out there onto these exchanges, getting more visibility and traction within the crypto and blockchain sphere. So, a little short intro.
Does anyone have any tips on user acquisition for these kind of assets?
I mean, at least on our end, thought leadership is always education is a big on-ramp, because folks really don't understand the space and they're looking for, as much content to help understand how they can enter and what the intersection is. So at least on our end, content really helps when you kind of target it to topics that you think the folks are in your audience are really interested in learning more about.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got a thriving YouTube audience at the moment. It's primarily focused at the precious metals vertical. So, we do a bi-monthly series called Live from the Vault. We have one of our resident experts, Andrew McGuire, cover the precious metals market in detail, and that's been a real hit. But yeah, I agree. The content space within crypto, we're really keen to do more with that. And we do have almost 200 staff in and out that work with Kinesis every day. So we got, huge departments, several offices around the world. So, content's a huge thing for us. And as we ramp up towards, March, hopefully you'll start seeing us pop up everywhere. But yeah.
What blockchain are you using?
Stellar. We forked Stellar, and
Okay.
yeah, for the transactional volume, transactional processing rates, and we're able to fork Stellar. And what we did was we run a fee-based model on the top of our fork. And the reason why is because our business model gives 52.5% of everything we make in transactional fees back to our users. So we bring a yield to referrers. What interested me before was Lyndon and the smart links.
Tukey.
Because
Yeah.
Tukey is cool because we actually give 7.5% of all of our transaction fees in the world from all of our projects into a pool and give it to referrers for life on all of their networks transactional volume. And we also have yields on people that hold the gold as well, and people that are actually spending the gold. So we're always giving back to the community. And that's why we sort of forked Stellar to lay that fee over.
Very cool. Well, thanks, Jai. Ramy, I apologize that I didn't know it was going to be 21:21. I would have had you on at the 21st minute, but we'll love to have you go next.
Good evening. I'm very excited to be here. You have to, for me, you have to move to another directory because I'm coming from the traditional market and I'm still in the middle. My company Everflow is still in the middle, and I will explain. I came from the areas of real estate and the capital market. In my last company, I issued some billion of dollars in the Tel Aviv Stock Exchange of certain, let's say, financial derivative that you can't find in any other place in the world. Usually those products are not public trading, not trading publicly. And we did it because we thought that the average investor that, I don't know, make 2-3% in a year can do more with his money. And we brought institutional grade product to the Tel Aviv Stock Exchange, and really the public liked it, and we had a huge success. So why I left it? I left it because I was frustrated. By the way, we represented the banks, global banks in Israel, and we bought other product, and we help institutions to create new portfolios abroad, but that was the old economy, and I become frustrated because I saw that intermediaries and other third parties are the one who really makes money from the investment that I market, and sometimes even if I was the underwriter. The public got the return for the public was half of what the initial product that I bought or I created for these investors, and I decided that there is a more efficient way to do it, and that led me to the blockchain. So I'm not really in the cryptocurrency. I'm looking for the asset classes which are the biggest in the world when we are talking about starting from private equity, and we continue to all kind of real estate that nobody can touch because it's huge, and the average investor don't have any access, and we continue to all of the areas of let's say green energy, and all the investment that are out of reach of the average investors, and we believe that there is a huge environment of investors. This is of investment. This is the biggest area in the world of investments, and most of the investors has no access to it. And that's the reason that we became, I was the co-founder of Everflow. Everflow, basically, to make it short, we have a listing. We have a platform with listing, with secondary trade, with white label abilities, all the things you need in order to create, to issue and to create securities on the blockchain. And to connect exchanges. We can white label exchanges. We are also connected now to a few of the well-known company in this area by API. We are already connected to them. I believe that that APIs are exciting because you can be connected to more and more company and to create the complete picture. And that's what we are doing lately. And I think that what most exciting is the impact investments. And that's the kind of the area that we are focusing now. We're trying to save artworks in Europe. You know that in Europe, more than half of the museums are in terrible condition, and we can help them by tokenizing part of their artwork, part of the paintings. It's amazing. We created a partnership to do it, and I think that we are doing good things for the world. Other impacts are green energy. And what exciting me more than the other is, first of all, you know that private equity is a growing area in the world. If you see the public market is going down, the numbers of companies in the last 20 years is 46% less. The private equity is more than double the size, and the number of companies want to stay private longer periods. The private world become bigger and bigger, that's for sure. Now, if I'm looking to the Israeli market, Israel is really exciting country with an entrepreneurial spirit, something amazing. It's a country where the R&D, civilian R&D is 4.8% of GDP. This is the highest in the OECD, and one of the best in the world. And 9% of the employees are working in the high-tech sector, but they are exporting 40% of the Israeli export. Israel is the 5th place in the world in the Bloomberg Innovation Index. We have 500 global company, 500 fintech companies. We have 35 companies that decided to build their development research centers in Israel. And I think the most convincing number is that $9.1 billion that were investment last year in Israel, the broad distribution of $21 billion in exit last year. So it's three times more. So I think we have unusual ecosystem with companies. We say that every big Israeli company is small cap comparing to the US. It's small cap comparing to the US. So you can create your own diversified portfolio. You can combine early stage, you can buy early stage really cheap comparing to the world, and you can take Israeli companies per IPO, combining together, you can create amazing funds.
Ramy, how can we help you? How can we help you?
You know, you know exactly how you can help me because I already sent you email this day today. So I gave you the clue. You will know when you will have the chance to see it. But you know, we have very strong VCs in Israel, so investors can join the VCs and co-invest with investment that already were in due diligence with the leading VCs. And we have something amazing that about 5 months ago, the government decided to promote institutional investment in high tech, and 40% from the principal of the investment is guaranteed. You can't lose it. Yeah. So this,
Ramy, all of those, if you can send that over, and if anybody wants to connect with Ramy, we'd be happy to learn more. But I firmly believe, and I have yet to go out to Israel and just see the tech scene out there. But I know you guys
You're
are
invited. Basically, so I'm going to conclude my long speech. Maybe it's too long by saying that we are waiting for our broker dealer ATS license from FINRA. That's something that we did. We made a lot of effort this year, and then we have really a long, let's say, a long list of potential investments that we want to market. We have we are flooded with different investment opportunities, especially when we return from Dubai. You know, we signed the peace treaty with Dubai lately, with the Emirate. So it's amazing what happened there, and we are open to the big money and to some other occasions in there. So that's what we intend to do in this year. How I can, and that's why I'm so excited. So sorry for making it too long.
That's all right.
But what you can help me, basically, in Israel, I marketed by myself without underwriters, billions of dollars of investment. We are focusing the US market, and we are looking to channel for distributing our deal flow. And we really have deal flow, amazing deal flow that we believe that is a good, very good deal flow. It's an innovative deal flow.
Yeah, thanks, Ramy. I just want to make sure that we keep things moving along, because we do have, so if anyone wants to connect with Ramy, feel free. His website and his LinkedIn is there. And thanks, Ramy. I can feel the passion in your voice, and I know we all just need to take a trip out to Israel once COVID's all over.
I'm putting myself on mute. Thank you very much.
You're all welcome to be our guests.
All right. Maybe Blockbank. Would you like to go next?
Oh, hey, how's it going, everyone?
Good.
Thanks for having me. Crypto mining guy, Peter. Man, I got into the space through mining back in 2013. I set up these mining rigs in my basement. I think at one point at 2014, I had about $30,000 worth of equipment running, GPUs running in my basement. I was one of the first guys to sell mining time on eBay. I think it was $150 per day for 6 kilahashes, which is peanuts in this market right now, on eBay, until they sort of banned me towards the end of the year. They're like, you can't sell crypto stuff on eBay. So that was my exposure. I got out in 2014 with Mt. Gox's failure. I think a lot of us got hurt, whoever was in that space at that time. Yeah, it's pretty shit, man. That was one of the silly things. I actually got out. I regretted it. I got back in 2016. I've got a background in education and software development. I've got a few companies over here that's in that space. And I've got some access to some pretty cool AI technologies. So the concept came about of how do we combine crypto, AI, to make it a lot more simple for users to get into this space, because it was super complicated back then. It still sort of is a pain in the ass right now to get into it, with the KYC and especially the banking side. So what we ended up doing was creating a platform that combined different functions. So for example, a non-custodial wallet, added an education portion on there. We recently added trading, so you can trade directly on Uniswap, few clicks, low gas, low slippage. And what we're doing next is further developing our AI, which is going to be a digital financial advisor to help people navigate the space in different forms. So whether you're new to it or whether you've been in there for a long time and are a trader. So a good example, so you can ask it things like, what is Bitcoin? And it'll spit out Bitcoin and what the price is and how do I buy it? You can we actually facilitate that on the app. And then on the trading side, you can ask it things like, buy me Ethereum. And it will do like an instant analysis of what the market's doing. So if everyone's selling off, it'll give you a heads up saying, hey, 80% of the market's selling off, might not be a good time. If you do want to buy, here's a strategy to put in place to actually make that trade, so that you don't get burnt. Because usually when it drops pretty fast and you don't want to get in at the wrong time. So it works in a sort of fluid motion, monitoring the markets and altering your strategy based on what's happening with the markets. And then the third component to what we're doing is actually integrating a full banking system on the app so you can have a direct bridge from crypto to fiat instantly. So whether it be buying Ethereum, your bank balances directly on the app, you can buy Ethereum just with, with a click of a button through whatever your bank balance is on there at that time. We launched a couple of years ago. We're sitting at about 25,000 users so far, and at any given point between 30 to 40 million dollars in assets under administration. We don't, because it's a non-custodial wallet, it doesn't sort of mean anything, but it's kind of cool. Lots of people are using our stuff. And then last year, at the end of last year, we got into the Ethereum 2.0 staking movement with the whole proof of stake that's happened. We were backed with about $10 million in funds to put towards the initiative. It sort of caused a spin-off in a company called CanETH, CANETH, which I'm the co-founder of. And there was a lot of synergies between the two companies, and it made sense to sort of create this institutional grade staking platform so that we could get a lot of the traditional finances into the crypto ecosystem via the 2.0 validator movement. So we got about 20 million in that. And we're talking to sort of the bigger guys, the traditional finances, close to about 1.2, 1.3 billion, and traditional funds coming onto the staking side in the next few months. So it's been a fun ride, especially to see what's happening with crypto. I think everyone's doing well right now. If you're not, something's wrong.
What's the next stage of growth for your platform, and do you need help with anything that we can all help with?
Yeah, we're in the process of closing off a $9 million round. It's a bit of a hybrid approach, mainly tokenized, mainly tokens. Yeah, there's possibilities in that. On the staking side, it's like 150 million that we're working with the minimum entry. So it is a lot more family offices and older money that we're working with on that front. Yeah, so I think Blockbank would be what we're sort of looking to grow, the user base and things like that. So yeah,
very cool. We'll connect after this, but yeah, the family offices and traditional real estate funding, and we've been in that space for a while.
Yeah, and they operate very differently. So that's why, like, for example, the staking platform is more appealing to them because it's, a steady 6% right now, I believe, in returns over the next year and a half. So it makes sense in that format. They're used to it.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas with traditional crypto, it's a lot more speculative and emotionally driven.
I saw a DCF model where they were trying to use it on Link. I was like, how are you going to DCF model? Because, these traditional guys, before they invest, they have to have all of that. So it's interesting.
Yeah. So that's a bit about me and what I've been doing for the last few years.
Awesome.
2014, man. Smile, Peter.
You clearly have scars, man. You clearly have
dude.
scars, man.
Dude, it was good. Anyway, lesson learned. I didn't get out in 2018 when the fourth crash happened. And it's a cycle. If you look at it, it's always like small. It's hard to ignore.
Very cool. Awesome. Yeah. Well, Kevin, you have the coolest background here by far. And you at Gitcoin would love to go next, teaching people how to just get into the space, I'm guessing.
Yeah, thanks so much, Jeffrey. Gitcoin is a place that you can get coins in exchange for software engineering tasks and development tasks. And thanks for calling out my background, because a designer on Gitcoin got coins by making this video. So basically, our mission is to economically empower software engineers and 21st century creatives. We believe that software engineering is software engineers are scarcer than Bitcoin. Everyone who's building a digital ecosystem needs access to software engineers. And it is our mission to build a double-sided market that helps software engineers get coins in exchange for doing work in open source software development and to do design tasks. So we're a double-sided marketplace that connects developers to the people that want to fund their work in open source software. I believe the Internet of Jobs is what what comes after DeFi in the Ethereum space, and we are looking to help software engineers enter the space, and with our partners in the space, helping them get software engineers into their space by running virtual hackathons. Typical virtual hackathon will have like 200 to 500 software engineers in it, and people can kind of like bang on your API. And then once software engineers are in the space, we have this product called Gitcoin Grants, which is moving over $500,000 per quarter to software engineers in the Ethereum space and supporting projects like Uniswap, Earn, 1inch Exchange are all Gitcoin alumni. So super proud that we have helped a bunch of software engineers get through the last bear market and get into the blockchain space and get coins while they're doing it. We are, let's see, we are doing about $2 million per quarter in gross marketplace value. And that's money that goes directly into the pockets of software engineers who are working for the open internet. And about $1 million per year in revenue running these events and running this marketplace. And obviously the space is heating up. Everyone needs software engineers. They're more scarce than Bitcoin. And so super proud of the impact that we're having on the space and the business that we're creating here.
I love that, Kevin. That's awesome.
That's super cool. That's super cool. So for someone like myself, for instance, I would just be able to sign up to you guys, and how would it work? We can sort of encourage software engineer.
Yep.
We can look at a spec and we can give it to you. We can encourage users to sort of apply for a role, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So basically, to answer your question, yeah, sign up to Gitcoin, and then if you click New Bounty, you can basically insert a specification, and you can say, I will give you coin, like you can get coins if you work on this spec, right? So you do X and we'll give you Y coins is basically the use case of the bounty part of the platform. So if anyone on the call is looking to build a digital ecosystem and you want to get in front of software engineers, please just Google Gitcoin and look us up. We'd love to help you build your DevRel strategy.
Nice. What do the developers do with the Gitcoin? How do they transact with that? Does that get converted into Bitcoin, or have you got an exchange? How do they convert?
Yeah, we don't actually have a native token, despite the name Gitcoin. It's just a place where you can get coins. And the top coins on the network are ETH and DAI and Bitcoin, basically right now. But we don't have a native token at this point.
Okay, cool, understood.
How many users do you have on your platform right now?
There's about 70,000 software developers signed up, and monthly actives is anywhere from 20,000 to 40,000, depending on what events we're running with what partners.
Incredible.
Wow.
Yep.
Kevin, interesting adaptation from, inspiration from GitHub to Gitcoin. And do you allow any tokens to be, paid as a bounty? I mean, for projects?
Yeah, any token. Also, we support Ethereum Classic, Celo, Zilliqa, Bitcoin, and basically, any ERC20 token is really easy for us to integrate, because if they follow the ERC20 token standard and they're not a security, we can integrate them. If you're working on your own custom layer 1 blockchain, there's probably some engineering hours that we would have to put in order to integrate it. But we're trying to be as permissive as possible with different layer 1 ecosystems that want to pay people in their own coins. So yeah, I would be happy to work with anyone on their own requirements. But the good news is that if you have an ERC20 bridge, then we support it natively.
Interesting. No, we do have a ERC20 token and a bridge. Glad to connect with you.
Awesome.
Great.
Lyndon, would love for you to close it out and introduce yourself and what you're working on.
Hey, Jeffrey, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I think I'm delighted to be here with some interesting projects that I've heard and seen. And I thank you, Ivan, for letting me be here to showcase EasyStays. Team, my name is Vipin, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer of EasyStays. we are a next generation online travel agency, or we like to say NOTA. So, we have over 1.5 million hotels all over the globe. So we are a utility market for the blockchain community, supporting over 10 payment types right now. And we are constantly making efforts to bring more tokens to be used to book travel. So as a company, we've been in the travel industry. We went through COVID, and I think this was a period where we really looked into our tech and our roadmap. So we worked on inventory. So we've crossed over 1.5 million bookable hotels and vacation homes. So imagine Expedia marrying Airbnb. So we have a combined inventory of villas, apartments, and hotels, hostels. So over 1.5 million hotels all over the globe. And you can use any of the cryptocurrencies to book your next stay with us. Like I said, during this COVID period in last, I would say in 2020, we did over 1,000 room nights in bookings. And we added a few interesting partners like Priceline, which is the parent holding for booking. We integrated Agoda and a few other suppliers as well. So that gave us a very strong inventory for our users to book travel with us. And we integrated a few payment types as well. We have our own token, which is an ERC20 token, EasyY. And we created a bigger roadmap to explore deeper blockchain decentralized functions. So at the moment, we are working on a AI-powered trainer that basically, stores profiles and preferences of users into the decentralized web, and also to relate a loyalty program, just like Jay, referred to his loyalty program. So we give a cashback in EasyY token, when you book travel with us. So other than being a members only exclusive club or a marketplace, because our primary position is to this huge community, which now I think is, recently crossed $1 trillion economy, and now, came down a few days back, but, there are ups and downs. I really think, blockchain has got a great future, especially, on the technology use cases of it. And, that's why I really like, what Gitcoin has done as well. So this is a small introduction about EasyStays. I'd love to connect with any one of you and answer any questions that you may have. We are just about to kick off our first crowdfunding in UK, through Crowdcreate. So we're doing a small warm-up. We're really excited. I think we've built a great product, and we do have a roadmap. So, we're definitely excited about, trying to keep it making better.
It's awesome, Vipin.
Thank you.
If there's anything, or if we can be of value, we also have an equity crowdfunding mastermind. We had Start Engine. I know you're in Crowdcube, but we definitely recommend cross collaborating with those other projects, because they have investors that are always looking for new projects.
That's the Startup Engine, yeah?
Yeah, Start Engine. So they were actually one of our strategic partners, and so
I just came across it, so I'd love to learn more about it. Thank you.
They're great.
Vipin, are you looking for inventory as well?
Yeah, I mean, we constantly making efforts to add more inventory. Would you have a reference?
Yeah, I've got connections with Oyo. The largest, yeah. Oyo.
Yeah, I mean, I
connected directly with it.
I'm in a neighborhood where, if I take a 30-minute drive right now, I'd reach their headquarters, and, quite well connected with, so there's a small story. I opened, a 42-room hotel, which was technically the first biggest Oyo property in the vicinity where I am. So I have very, old relations with Oyo.
Wow, you two should definitely connect. It's definitely meant to be. On these Crowdcreate Masterminds, we bring these thought leaders to the front of the room to share their insights with you. We believe in the wisdom of the crowds. Every week, we come to you with a new episode to share these insights to help you get ahead.